Hello fellow sim racers and welcome to another video. If you are like me and found yourselves getting what appears to be random drive-through penalties at the race starts in Le Mans Ultimate, well, this video will help you out to avoid these penalties in the future. I had many races ruined and my wheel received many unnecessary punches before I actually went and did a bit of research to understand how the system actually works and what was I doing wrong.
Green flag, green flag.
Okay, so before we go ahead and show you how to do the starting procedure correctly, then let's explore a few examples for you to see how not to do it. Once you start the formation lap, obviously as you can see the message board up there, the moment says catch up. Ideally you want to be here in the green line, but if I hold too far back, so for example it keeps showing me catch up, catch up, catch up. Now you see the blue line and it may seem that you're correctly positioned. And let's see what happens when the start actually happens. There we go, drive through. So by just staying too far back, you're out of position and you're getting a drive through penalty for out of position. Now let's see another example. This time around, instead of being too far back, then let's see what happens if we get too close to the car in front. So let's drive like a BMW driver. Now as you can see, this red barrier appears in front of us. If you keep crossing this red barrier too many times, what's going to happen is that you get a drive-through for speeding. Ultimately, you're too close to the car in front, you're driving too fast, and as soon as the speed limit appears, even if you're still driving under 60, you may still get a drive-through. Obviously, this time we didn't, but this is very risky, so just... Oh, hello. This is obviously very risky, so just be careful. Don't stay too close to the car in front. Now let's go to the next example. Now this time, instead of following the lines correctly, meaning instead of being directly behind the Aston Martin, then let's go out of lane a little bit. And so we're not strictly behind the car in front, so we're here driving in the middle. We're trying to be too smart at the race start, right? And let's see what happens. And there you go, drive-through penalty for out of position. So again, just try to stay really behind the car in front, otherwise you get out of position drive-through. Now obviously having seen this in action, now things starting to make a little bit more sense, and actually the system is not random at all. It's just we were not following the rules. But here is the big problem, and I discovered this the hard way. So normally I drive like this, no HUD, no nothing, obviously for the videos and for the immersion. Now there is no messages appearing anymore, so unless you turn on the HUD you cannot see what you're doing wrong, and this was where I was going wrong. So I kept on driving without a HUD and I kept getting drive-throughs, and what's even worse, if you get a drive-through penalty but you don't have... oh hello, let's slow down so they can go ahead, have some fun. Yes, so if you're driving without a HUD, even if you get a drive-through, the problem is that you actually don't see that you have a drive-through. So after a few laps of driving around and you think that you're still in the race, you have no indication that you've gotten the penalty that you need to serve, you just get disqualified. So I ruined a lot of races because of this reason, until I actually decided to go on the website and do a bit of research to understand how the starting procedure actually works. Now, coming from iRacing and from ACC, where I've done countless number of race starts, when rolling starts obviously. Now I never looked at how the procedures work, because I always thought, oh, these are intuitive and you just go ahead and drive. For some reason I just kept on failing this one, and to be fair, it's nothing wrong with the system. It's a me problem, obviously, for not reading you know, how the system works, what are the rules. But again, so I think it's intuitive once you understand it, but I actually had to go and do a bit of reading on it. This time around, let's see how a good starting procedure looks like. We can even disable the HUD, we don't need that anymore. So we need to get close to the car in front, in this case is the Aston. If you're in perfect position, there is no more lines, so as you can see, no red, green, yellow, whatever. So now we are in perfect position, we're waiting for the speed limit to appear. Once it does, we engage the speed limiter on the wheel, There we go. And now waiting for the green.
Green flag.
Go, go, go. And just like that, here is the HUD. No drive-through penalty. We're underway with our race, and we had a good start. If the video was useful to you, please leave a like, and I will see you in the next one.